Hello everybody. Hey guys. Hi Slava. Hi Thea. Good to see you guys. We are live. Yes. Good morning everybody. Okay. I go straight to the business. Today we have a live session and we call it Connecting the Dots with Sakharoff number 3. Looking on the bright side of Corona, combining thermoregulation and radical acceptance to kill the virus. And again, looking at the bright side of Corona, it's like looking on the bright side of life. Remember this one? And I chose this name not to ridicule the fact that this epidemic is pretty serious and it kills people that are exposed to this virus. The people that are really in problems. It's people that have very low immunity. So, and it's worse with age. So there's nothing to ridicule. It's not funny at all. But we have to look at the bright side of Corona because basically our immunity depends on our state of mind. Okay? That's a well-known fact. That's the balance, sympathetic or parasympathetic system defines our ability to defend ourselves from the virus. So, and then if that's also radical acceptance I'm talking about. Radical acceptance is a strong thing. We are training it basically physically by connecting to one point, Hara point. And we're going to talk a lot about this. So radical acceptance is basically accepting your environment as it is. It's stop the domination of thoughts, stop the domination of feelings, and connect with your senses. Basically connect with your body. That's what radical acceptance in long term is. We can really learn to use it in our everyday life by choosing to focus in one point. Hara point, center of your body. And then, if we combine it with thermoregulation, we can really improve immunity. And that's exactly what we're talking about. And you guys, you saw my bucket I bought yesterday. And some of you guessed right. It is for cold water dousing, that bucket. Instead of buying 2 buckets, 10 kilos buckets, I bought 10 liters bucket. I bought one 20-liter bucket, and it's basically it's also nice. It's around 20 kilos to get up. So it's a good training. And normally I do I bath in the sea, I bath in the lakes during the whole winter and also summer, whole year round. I did for 35 years basically. And but it's great to do it at home. It's great to get up and go out also when it's winter time and pour this bucket full of really cold water. And you know, it's like it's a paradox. You feel very, very warm afterwards. If you get up and you feel a little bit freezing, it's high time to do that, to experience fantastic function. And I will tell you what happens. Basically, you're strengthening your body with water. Pouring a bucket of cold water over your body, you can do it once a day. You could do it twice a day. It's very, very good idea. It's not a requirement from my students, but I really stress it to those who are open-minded, as you guys. You are open-minded, right? So, and as a result, when people do this, they're really many have caught on to its benefits. And it's a very simple procedure. So you have to fill up a large bucket with icy cold water. And what I did basically in the winter time, you can do it in the evening. You put it out in the cold, so it really gets cold, really gets cold. So maybe you can also get an icy crust on top of it, a little bit extra. If you do, then please break it, because it can hurt. It can bruise your head, especially mine. It's not there's no hair on it, so it can actually make a scar in your scalp, to cut a little bit, because thin ice is very, it can cut like a knife. Once I've been swimming in the cold ice and I did not see the ice crust, and I made a deep scar in my chest. Not a deep, but a scar in my chest. It's like a knife. So you can just get it as cold as it is, and from the tap, and then in the outside it's going to be colder yet, and then you pour it over yourself. Ideally, it should be done every day. So you can start pouring from the chest and into your face and top of the head, but basically it's a precaution here from me. If you want to talk to your doctor, talk to your daughter. If your heart, especially if your heart and your cardiovascular system is not strong. And I will say, if it is, so could be risky. Okay, so start with cold baths for your feet for a week or so in the morning, also during the day. Walk without socks at home. Then start dousing your legs for a week. Then lower torso for a week maybe, and then upper torso for a week. Then you can do from the head. That could be a nice way to do it. So what it does, this procedure both stimulates and strengthens the body's central nervous system and overall immune system. And how it works, the body basically reacts to cold water by very rapidly increasing its core body temperature. It's like as if you had a fever, except that the rise in temperature is immediate and lasts maybe a couple of seconds. Okay, and that's what potentially can kill the virus. It's almost like having a mini explosion taking place inside of you. Real explosion, actually. And if it's cold outside, it really feels like an explosion. So your body temperature, normal body temperature about 37 degrees centigrade. And when you do this explosion, your body temperature rises to like over 42 degrees Celsius or centigrade. And it's more than 108 or around 108 degrees Fahrenheit. Feels like afterwards it feels like a very pleasant warmth and surge of energy inside of you right after the dousing. So, and meanwhile, this explosion of warmth will kill off some viruses, and we hope also now it will be this corona COVID-19 virus. So reaching 40 degrees normally, you say that it's deadly for most viruses and bacteria. That's why when you get fever, you get over 40 or up to 40 degrees, and that's what really kills the virus, helps our immune system to kill the virus. And this procedure raises it even higher, the extra 2 degrees, from 40 to 42 degrees Celsius, nearly 4 Fahrenheit above that. So, and think of it like cold is the most powerful stimulant for our metabolism. And nothing makes the body work faster than a cold. You can also can make you move faster. Okay, so it's the best way actually to mobilize our body's reserves, to pull together and fight weaknesses. it's somehow it calls upon the whole nervous system, calls upon the whole body's all the body's system to kind of stand together, to call upon each part of your organism to work better and direct more energy to weaker areas. And maybe you have some local concentrations of some viruses or bacteria, and it will actually distribute the whole energy to help the different weaker areas. Okay, so it's a very, very nice procedure, and it really makes people healthy, more energetic. And disclaimer could be here, it's upregulates your immunity by increasing the production also of white blood cells, B lymphocytes. And the disclaimer is, if you're already sick, it's a little bit different with a COVID-19 virus. So it will, the idea, it will strengthen immune system. Okay, you will have a bigger arsenal to combat the infection and fewer and less severe symptoms. But you have to start now if you are not sick. Okay, but if you are sick, if you your immune system is already working fighting off the virus. So if you then expose yourself to the cold like that, you can add another stressor, forcing the immune system to divide its capacity and maybe not start fighting a war on two fronts. And maybe not, maybe it's not really a good idea. Okay, so if you exhibit some symptoms like a dry cough and fever, right now medical systems, they are just all around the world, they're saying just stay at home because there's no resources enough for you. Maybe if it's light symptoms, if it's severe symptoms, you can seek medical attention and follow the directions of your local health authority. Okay, that's what I wanted to say, guys. And right now into some action. I will show you actually how it happens. Well, what I do. I have a very cold bucket of water, icy water outside. And I will just show you something. And also I will show you something afterwards. What is really, really great to do afterwards. If you had problems, for example, doing some physical exercise, I will show you how easy it is. Okay, let's go. Now, okay. Are you ready? Let's go. Hello. Here we go. Now we are outside. Let me see. So I'm taking my clothes off. Just a second. And my dog just, oh man. Okay, let's go. Okay. Okay. So as you can see, it's about 6 degrees centigrade now, Celsius. And it's not really cold. It's not just less cold as I've been bathing in the sea yesterday. It was much colder, so it's tolerable, absolutely, and it's very, very nice afterwards. And now I will show you some physical exercise. So, what you can do afterwards is this. Okay, basically what happens is that when you are cold like that in the morning, you get up in the morning and you may feel a little bit cold when you get up, when you go out outside and you do this cold water dousing. You get warm, and then you really want to do physical exercise. That's exactly what happens. It's very, very nice to do physical exercise in the morning after cold water dousing. In this way, you kind of, it's a win-win. You both strengthen your immunity. We call it immune resilience. You combine it with radical acceptance, meaning that you don't panic in the situations like that. You are not thinking negative thoughts. You're learning to connect to one point. And then you connect with physical resilience also. So basically what you do, you improve the allostatic resilience, which is immune plus physical plus mental. So you distribute your energy much, much better. Guys, it was connecting the dots with Sakharoff number 3, looking on the bright side of Corona. Okay? Combining thermoregulation and radical acceptance to kill the virus. And our program is very practical. So remember, everything you learn in 2 weeks, it's a very good idea to start practicing it. Okay? Tomorrow we have a question and answer session. It will be announced today. Please write all of your questions after this announcement, and I will answer them live tomorrow. I will announce it today. Okay? Have a nice day. Thank you for joining. I hope it inspires you, okay, to increase your immune resilience and really start building up a strong process, or keep on building up a strong process for your health, and maybe to inspire your family too, which is a very, very great way of doing this by yourself, because you can only inspire other people on your own experience, okay? Showing your own example. So start already today. Come on.